Hey loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're gonna have some fun and we're talking about Dr. Oz and his beauty secrets that he has said on his channel. And I thought it'd be fun to dissect them and give you my opinions on them. So before I get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. All right, so I have my fake doctor's jacket on because it's just about to have a good time. So how this came about is I was watching something on YouTube, I believe, and there was like an ad for Dr. Oz and his beauty secrets, and it was these 5 women look 10 years younger than their age. And I was like, what? And he's like, with these tricks or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like Dr. Oz, okay. So I watched this video and one more, and I'll link them all in the description box because they're just fun, all right? And I want to tell you that actually a lot of these that he says, I mean, he's a doctor, so hopefully he's not spewing things that are false, but a lot of these things that he says really have some backing in it, and it's something that I think would be fun for you guys to know to incorporate into your routine so you can try your best to keep your skin in the best shape and health that it can be. So these women started out with their one thing, their one beauty secret that they do every single day that they feel contributes to them looking 10 years younger. They did put their face in a contraption that basically tells them what their skin's actual age is. And to be honest with you, I was shocked. A lot of these women were like 10 plus years, their skin was 10 plus years younger than their actual age. They're just beautiful women, by the way. I mean, just gorgeous women. You guys have to watch it. It's so much fun. And then at the end of that video, or that show that he does, there's actually a quiz that you can take for your skin's age. I mean, it's just more fun. All right, so the first thing the first woman said was that she eats protein and antioxidant rich food. So it was blueberries and these kind of protein-packed pancakes. Now, I want to say that there is such a huge link that we talk about a lot, but I don't know if I express it enough. A huge link into what we put inside our bodies and how our skin shows it on the outside. So our skin is pretty much one of the last things to show how our internal health is doing. So if you follow face mapping, which I can do a video on in the future, but if you follow face mapping, that's all what face mapping is. It's by where your skin has issues, it shows you what's going on in your body. And by this lady saying that she really tries to consume a high amount of protein and antioxidants, and her type of protein was more of grains and nuts and things of that nature. But of course, antioxidants were from her like blueberries and raspberries and those type of things. Now, the reason why that this actually does work on the skin is because basically antioxidants, I have notes here by the way, that I've written, but basically antioxidants are vitamins and minerals and enzymes, which are proteins in the body, okay? And then they help to prevent and repair damage to body tissue. So that is why her skin is being fed from the inside and really being nourished appropriately when she eats these things every day, that it really aids in aging her skin backwards. So the reason why antioxidants do what I just said, which is prevent and repair damage to your body's tissues, is because antioxidants do this by slowing or preventing the effects of free radicals, which start oxidation. And that's basically breaking down of our body. A process that causes damage from oxygen that can lead to cell dysfunction. So skin on a cellular level. Just drives home the fact that you really need to be making sure that your diet is really supporting the skincare that you're using on your face. All right, so the second lady did an ice facial or an ice bath every single day for about 10 to 15 seconds. She dunked her face in a bowl of water that's like freezing ice water basically. And this is something that estheticians have done for years, and honestly this is something that has been used back in ancient times. And I have done a video, a DIY video for at-home use of ice facials. There is a couple caveats which I'll tell you in a second, but for the most part, for people that have normal skin, the reason why it's great to apply ice in an ice bath or even ice on the skin for maybe a couple times a week, I don't necessarily know if I would do it every single day, but a couple times a week, is because Helps with obviously puffiness in the skin, so it's going to reduce that puffiness, just like you would put on like a hurt ankle or something it's swollen. It's really great for inflamed skin, so it really calms the redness down in the skin, especially for the under eye area, for that puffiness under the eyes. It improves circulation in the face and in the body if you were to actually do it around, if you were to do it to submerge your whole body. The ice will also make the skin appear smoother. It minimizes the appearance of pores. So just because it's an anti-inflammatory, so it just kind of calms and depuffs the face. It actually will help your foundation look smoother because it does have a tendency to tighten the skin, and obviously foundation looks a little bit more smooth on face that is a little bit tighter or more taut, and it definitely helps sculpt the face, so you'll notice your cheekbones will stand out a little bit more, but it's also great for acne sufferers, so acne flare-ups. It calms that inflammation and that redness down. My favorite way to do it is with ice globes, to be honest with you. I've showed them in my videos several times, but they're literally, you put them in the refrigerator, they're little globes, and you roll them all over your face, and they'll give you all of those benefits. There are some caveats. If you have super sensitive skin, please don't do this in a bath form where you just shove your face in a bunch of ice. Take an ice cube. You can actually even freeze calamine tea, green tea, freeze them into ice cubes, and then gently just kind of spread this all over the face, and it will do the same thing but in a much more gentle fashion for you. So that is absolutely fun, and I thought that is something that we've always done, estheticians, in our skincare routines or in our facials, is do a little bit of ice therapy. So if you haven't tried that, give that a good go, and I think you'll really enjoy it. All right, the second lady, she takes a shot or two of wheatgrass every day. I actually used to do this. I take more like spirulina now it's like a blend, Dr. Berg's blend between wheatgrass, spirulina, spinach, kale, and a few other greens in there. But the reason why it's so amazing to consume wheatgrass is because it improves digestion in our body, and I'll tell you why that's important in a second. It increases energy, and then it also detoxifies the body. So again, we're getting back to what you put in the body will help the skin. So it also is alkalizing to the body, so that's helpful. But the digestion and the removal of toxins is so important because we really want to keep that gut in really great working order, because that will help our skin be in much better working order. So wheatgrass is something that if you have, a powder, or you can go to Jamba Juice or wherever they sell the wheatgrass shots, take one, and you can do it every day, and it will really help detoxify that body and help eliminate those toxins and help aid in digestion. And then the other lady said that she does prunes every day. I thought that was funny. This, honestly, it just goes back to digestion. We know what prunes do to the body. It's also, just a great cleansing to the body. So do you see the theme here over all of these ladies is that they really focus on internal health, which gives them such amazing results in their skin health. I also watched a couple other ones which I want to pull your quick attention to. These are some of the things we talked about, but I just want to let you know these are kind of backed up by Dr. Oz, and I thought I would just kind of bring them back to your attention. He really talks, he did a many series of episodes on AHA, so exfoliation. He is fully on board with making sure that everybody has an exfoliation routine done by AHA, which is alpha hydroxy acids. There are a lot of alpha hydroxy acids, but what I really found to be very poignant, and I don't know if we talk about this enough, is finding the right acid for you. So many of us that have normal skin types or tolerable skin, not reactive skin, can pretty much use a blend of AHAs and BHAs, but AHAs specifically. AHAs all around the whole gamut. I mean, everything from glycolic, lactic, mandelic, citric acid, PHAs, There's a lot of them. They're all known to help cell turnover, which we talked about. Cell turnover especially is important as we age because many of us have maybe a dry, textured skin type or skin concerns, and this helps like speed up the cell turnover. It gets rid of that dead skin cells on the top layer of the skin and really helps to have more youthful appearing skin, glowy skin, healthier appearing skin. Now, like I said, what I really found important is finding the right acid for you. So glycolic might not be for everyone. It is pretty tolerable by most people. It's just that the formulations now, you have to really know how much is formulated because a lot of companies sometimes can get a little aggressive. But for the most part, glycolic acid is going to be a staple in your AHA routine. You don't hear him talk about, which obviously I support, physical scrubs for exfoliation. It's all about finding the right acid. I recommend that people start with either a lactic acid or a PHA, which is a polyhydroxy acid, which is a second generation of an alpha hydroxy acid. All it is just a gentler version of it. And then really honestly, almost any skin type can use a PHA. I really love glycolic acids for oily to combination and normal really, but for sensitive skin types or fairer skin tones, I really love going with more of like a mandelic, a lactic, and really a PHA. That is what's really important, is finding that right acid for you, because exfoliation is important. Now, not overdoing it, maybe once or twice a week, but really making sure that we get that dead skin off. It really helps with fine lines and wrinkles, pore control, hyperpigmentation, overall anti-aging, obviously blemishes, and skin concerns of that nature. So look into what would be best for you. I thought this is actually also interesting, is that back in Egyptian times, Cleopatra used to take a milk bath. So lactic acid comes from milk, okay? And it is a gentle form of obviously an AHA, but she used to douse her whole body in a milk bath, and that was her anti-aging ritual. So this has been around forever, and I just thought it was something to remind you guys about. I hope that this was a fun video. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, what a fun video to comment on Dr. Oz. And just kind of, because I feel like these shows don't ever give you the reasons why they have said these things, especially in these kind of, in my opinion, fluff pieces where they're like how to look 10 years younger, and they give you what these people do, but they don't talk about why these things actually work for them. So I thought it would be fun to expose that for you. So I hope y'all are enjoying it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.